will be a tutorial video on using UtiliPad to collect 3M marker ball data. So to begin, we're going to have to go out and find our marker ball. We feel UtiliPad has a real value for finding the marker balls because, as you'll see from this, we actually can't start telling we're close to a marker ball till we're within about 10 feet of it. Now that my dB gain is up when I'm directly over it, you can see I can begin to try and pinpoint exactly where the marker ball is. But without an idea where the marker ball began, there is absolutely no way to find them. So UtiliPad, as will be shown in separate videos, can be utilized to navigate back to these points. Once I'm close to it, I pinpoint by going back and forth and making sure that my peak dB is right over. At this point, I can hit read, and we'll begin reading the marker ball. This process does take a couple of seconds. You'll see it first identifies there is an ID marker ball there, serial number 1063292, and then it'll begin reading the user data. Once it's complete reading the user data, it'll give us a review on the screen. You can see this one's called a pipe center. It's 12-inch pipe size, material, it's plastic, other information. And I am going to put OK to log. As soon as I hit OK, it will then transmit to UtiliPad. Back in UtiliPad, this is what the screen will look like. I've already collected one starting point, and then when I click OK on my locator, it sends a location over and says that a marker ball was read called a pipe center. I'm simply going to check my accuracy and then click the Save button, and I'm done with my point. The interesting thing for those that are used to collecting with UtiliMapper is that I can hit Edit on this, and you can see all of the information that was streamed across from the marker ball. But what is cool about that is I didn't have to actually create the template ahead of time. The template is directly read from the 3M Dynatel. However, to show kind of the strength of UtiliPad, we could pre-configure templates. So in this case, I'm going to go and download a different configuration. And once I change the configuration, I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process that I just did. This time, it reads the pipeline center marker ball, and I'm going to go ahead and change my location name. I'm just going to call it example. This time when I hit save, it automatically opens a form, and if I look in that form, you can see all my pre-populated information in a nice field, including another field that didn't exist in the template that's a combo box. And I can populate that, save it with my marker, come in here and edit my parenting information so that I can complete a line back to the original point, seeing I just deleted the previous point. And now I have a nice line and the unit read. I'm now going to upload to the Data Orbit portal. And now, back in the office, we could go in and look at the data that was just transmitted. So back in our browser, we go to dataorbit.net and log in. There's our job we created. We're going to export it to a Google KMZ and choose our coordinate system, and click Export and save it off on the desktop. Now that it's saved, I can open it directly in Google Earth, and there's my job in Google Earth we just collected. You can see it gives us our coordinate system, our lat, lon, and altitude, our projected X, Y, and Z, our GPS status, the date and time collected, and most importantly, all the pertinent marker ball information is all saved. Keep in mind, that could have been transmitted without having to create a template. Next, I'm going to go into DataView and show an alternate method of bringing this in. Within DataView, we can hit Import, and I can pull down the exact same data we did in dataorbit.net, view it over my Google Map, look at my location information, look at the associated units, which is called pipe center. There's all my marker ball information, and then export it to a shapefile, CSV, KMZ, or DXF, and all the marker ball data will be available on that. That concludes our tutorial.